I'm a senior here at Northwestern College. My major is business administration and finance. So I'm gonna graduate this December.
Okay.
So because I came to the US in 2016, did 2 years of high school, and then I started college at Northwestern College. I've been going home to visit my family every summer, except the last one, because of COVID, I could not go home. So the summer of 2021, I could not go. 2020, I could not go home, so I wanted to go home visit my family in summer of 2021, and so I went there, and then this was the time that the Taliban were trying to take over the country. So they started doing that like towards the beginning of the summer. They were taking over like small districts and then bigger provinces, and then towards the end of the summer, they got really close to Kabul, and that was when I was supposed to come back and finish college, start my senior year. But then my visa was not issued yet, and the U.S. Embassy in Kabul, they were not issuing F1 visa, so I had to go to Islamabad, Pakistan to do my interview and get my F1 visa. But they said that it's gonna take more than it has ever taken me before. Like before, it would take me like 2 days or 2 weeks maximum. But this time they said that it might take more than 2 months. And this was in July, so I had like 1 month left. And then I waited for that 1 month. I was like, maybe I will get it sooner than 2 months, but it did not happen. So on August 22nd, I had my return flight booked to come back to the US, and then my visa was not issued, so I just went to the airport like the rest of the people and showed my previous year's visas and the letter that I had from Northwestern College, and like all the documents that prove that I had been to the US and I had gone to school and to college in the US. I showed all of those documents to the American agent at the airport, and then he let me go inside the airport and leave with the rest of the people.
Okay. What was that like? We've seen the footage of what was that like being there?
Yeah, it seemed very dangerous. Like I was following it over the news, and I was watching CNN on YouTube, and I was like following the news on Facebook. Like people were talking about it. People were taking videos and posting it on social media, so I could see like what's going on, and it seemed very dangerous. So that's why I did not try to go as soon as I could, because the Taliban took over Kabul on August 15th, but I went to the airport on August 22nd because it took me that long to be sure that I really want to risk my life and go to the airport. It seemed very dangerous at that time, and it was something like very unusual to see like the Taliban with their like weird clothing and like the guns, like the big guns on their shoulders, to be roaming around the city, and like it was weird to see them like walking around the city like that freely like that. And we did not know like how they're gonna treat us, especially like I had been to the US and I had gotten educated in the US, and I was a woman in Afghanistan, and like with the Taliban who are ruling the country right now. And I was always scared, like what if they find out that I have been to the US and I have gotten educated in the US, and like pictures, people have pictures on social media, like you have lots of things on social media that it is easily accessible, and I was always like afraid of that, the fact that I had come to the US and gotten educated here. So I had to leave. I had to come and finish college because I had done 3 years and I had 1 more year to finish, and that was my motivation. But also like the fact that I was leaving my family behind in that kind of situation, and I knew that if this time I go back to the US, there's like I had no prospect of going back to Afghanistan and visiting my family and being with my family, which right now like I miss the most about.